Hey, good day, folks. Welcome to another episode of Andrew's Life. I hope everyone's doing great today. Well, yesterday night I put out a video titled "The Reasons Why Being a Homeowner Could Become a Bad Investment." I know I didn't word it exactly like that, but I made that video just yesterday. And that's basically what I discussed on that video. And as I promised you guys on that video, on this video, the video I'm making right now, I am going to go over the reasons why being a homeowner could be an investment. And I'm going to start with this. Now, one reason why being a homeowner could be a good investment is because when you pay off your mortgage, the money that you used to have to spend on paying your mortgage or paying rent before you even became a homeowner, you can take that money and you can invest it, whether it be investing into a retirement fund for your retirement, rather it be investing that money to start your own business. You can take that money and invest it. And again, this is not financial advice. These are just things that I think people should do with their spare money, which is what I do with my spare money. Another thing that you can do with some of that money is, if you always been the kind of person that you enjoy traveling, maybe, I don't know, once a month or whatever, or once every few months, you can take yourself a little getaway trip somewhere. Like if you're living somewhere in Ohio, maybe during the winter time, you can, depending on what line of work you do, of course, you can go to Arizona for a few months and enjoy a warmer climate. Another reason why I believe being a homeowner is a good investment is because although there's certain aspects of homeownership that you're not going to be able to control, such as the increase of property taxes, the increase of homeowners insurance, the increase of just basic maintenance and upkeep of your home, even with those increases, you're going to still pay significantly less money on those expenses compared to what you would have to pay if you were renting an apartment. And another advantage, or another reason why it's a good investment to purchase a home, or it could be at least, is because let's say you purchase a home in let me think of something here. Let's say someone may have purchased a home in Fort Wayne, Indiana, back during 2012, and they purchased their house in a solid middle class neighborhood, and their house may have ran them $100,000. And of course, this is all depending on credit, but let's say their monthly mortgage payment, everything included, property taxes, insurance, all that good stuff, let's say their mortgage is $1,000 a month. Well, fast forward to today in 2024. If that person purchased their home in 2012, if that person or that family purchased responsibly and they did it intelligently, chances are pretty good that they might have their house paid off right about now. And even if they don't, they're at least halfway to having their house paid off, or just about halfway. So when you look at the monthly payment that they're paying on living in Fort Wayne, for an example, if those people would have had to rent an apartment or rent a house in that same neighborhood if they chose to, rather than paying out, let's say, $1,000 a month on housing, their housing expenses would be closer to $2,000 a month. So back in 2012, maybe renting may have been a little cheaper than purchasing in Fort Wayne. But fast forward to today, for those that made that purchase back in 2012, those individuals are now enjoying a lower cost of living as a homeowner compared to those who are just getting into that neighborhood and they're having to pay rents. Another reason why buying a home could be a good investment is because once you get your house paid off, you can pass it down to your children. So when you get old and maybe you want to downsize into something smaller or whatever the case might be, you can pass your home off. I mean, you can pass your home down to your to one of your children. And then when they get your house that's paid off, and hopefully you've done what you were supposed to do over the years to keep it maintained, your son or your daughter now has a paid off house. So they no longer have to pay no more rent. They no longer have to worry about paying a mortgage. All they got to do is pay the insurance, pay the property taxes, and just do the maintenance and upkeep. They don't have to make any actual house payment or rent payments. So not only could that paid off house benefit you, but in the future, if you choose to pass that house down to one of your children, it could benefit that person as well. And then of course, if your children, if your children have children, and they choose to pass that house down, that house can be beneficial to one of your grandchildren or one of your great-grandchildren down the line. And what I just described is basically how generational wealth is built. And this video is not going to be near as long as my last video because honestly, I don't want to be too redundant here. But basically, in order to assure that your next home purchase or your first home purchase is a good investment for you and or your family, is go back and watch my other video, and all the things I'm telling you guys on that video to not do, if you follow that advice, you will almost, and I say almost because nothing is 100 proof, but you will almost be guaranteed to come out on the right side of things when it comes to purchasing your home. And another reason why, now that I think about it, another reason why being a homeowner could be a good investment is because, maybe you're looking to homestead. Well, you know what? Scratch that one. I forgot my train of thought here, so I'm going to skip that one. My apologies. So yeah, I can't really think of anything else to add to this video. For those of you that were looking for a longer video, I'm sorry. I don't really have much to say on this one. Most of what I would have said on this video. I've said it on the video that I made last night, so go back and watch that one. And on that note, if you like what I do, remember to give videos like this a thumbs up, and if you haven't done so, subscribe to the channel. And on that note, stay blessed. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Hey, it never fails, people. Every time I cut this camera off, I almost always forget to say something that I feel is important. Another reason why being a homeowner could prove to be a good investment is when you pay off your home, you're going to have one less bill that you're going to have to pay. Now, for most people, the largest bill that most people have is going to be housing, whether it be a mortgage or it be rents. So, if you pay off your house, guess what you may not have to do? If you're working a job that you don't really like, and you dream of working a different job, you dream of maybe living your life differently altogether, kind of like myself. Once you get that large amount of debt out of your life, the debt of having to pay a mortgage, and although many people may not consider your rent as a debt, but once you get into a position in your life to where you no longer have to worry about paying rents, which for most people is the largest bill that one has. Most likely, assuming that you've been financially responsible and you haven't ran up a whole bunch of other debt, you can quit your job and work another type of job, even though that other job might pay significantly less. You can probably work that job because you don't have your overhead is a lot lower now that your house is paid off. And that's basically what I've been doing shortly after I paid off my house in Anderson. I got to the point where it's like, you know what, when it comes to work, I'm not going to work a job only because it pays well. I'm going to work a job because I enjoy doing the work that I do. And of course, I hope to make good money while I'm at it. And when you get older and you choose to pass that house down to one of your children, assuming that the house is paid off and you pass it down to one of your children, guess what? Whatever job they're working at the time. I mean, obviously, if they like the work they do, then most likely they're going to continue to work that job. But if they don't like the work they do and they prefer to do something different, they can afford to take that chance. They can afford to take that leap of faith because they now have a much lower overhead per month due to not having to worry about a bunch of, due to not having to pay rent or pay a mortgage. So I just wanted to add that real quick. Hopefully I helped some of you on this video. Hopefully you guys now will have a better understanding of between this video and the video that I made yesterday. Hopefully you guys will have a better understanding of why being a homeowner could be a bad investment, and also why becoming a homeowner could be a good investment. Because on this channel I try to keep things balanced a little bit. So on that note, that's all I got to add. So again, stay blessed. I'll catch you guys on the next one.